Imagine being herobrine, scaring players, and messing up the game for 100 days. On day 1, I was spawned in on a shrine. Where am I? Whoa, I'm a person this time. I was herobrine, but I was also tiny. Guess I need to find safety. While I was leaving the shrine, I saw someone spying on me. Is that a player? Gotta hide before he attacks me. I tried to hide, but they kept looking for me. All right, run, run, run. The player spotted me running and started chasing me. It's a manhunt. Suddenly, I teleported myself to a beach. Whoa, how did I do that? I wasn't sure why I teleported myself to a beach, but I felt like I had powers that I needed to unlock. Oh, what else can I do? Just then, I saw the player again. Guess I didn't travel far enough. The chase continued, and as I was trying to get away, I double jumped and started floating. Whoa, I can also fly? Being herobrine meant I had crazy powers, but I didn't know how to control them or what all my powers are yet. I also needed to know why I was summoned to this world. On day 2, I spotted another player approaching me. Oh no, I gotta stay hidden. I started away from my pursuer, and before I knew it, I was flying again. Whoa, these powers are insane. I landed far away from the player I had seen, and knew I needed a way to defend myself from them instead of just running away. So I started chopping trees for wood and mining stone. Before long, I crafted a full set of stone tools. All right, time to start building some protection. In a huge forest, I built a small cabin using cobblestone and wood planks. I filled it with chests, furnaces, and crafting tables. Well, it's not much, but it's home for now. Suddenly, some zombies spawned into the forest. Oh no! Hey guys, I'm kind of like you. I don't like players either. Don't attack me. I guess zombies aren't that smart because they didn't listen. Fighting them off was surprisingly easy though, even though I was so tiny, because I had 10 hearts. Yeah, I'm not a weak little baby you can pick on. Take that! After I killed all the zombies, I mined for coal so I could craft torches and light my base. With the threat of mobs gone, I hunkered down for the night. On day 3, I was getting hungry, so I really needed to find a source of food. Maybe a village will have something I can eat. I traveled to a nearby village and grabbed all the wheat and items from the chests. Then, I found some chickens and pigs. I approached the chickens and asked them if they would come with me back to my base. Really? Is it that easy? It seems that I have some kind of mind control powers. I tried it out on pigs and villagers, but with little success. I would have to learn more about my powers and how to strengthen them, but for now, it's just the chickens. I made a little chicken coop and showed them their new home. Sorry guys, but I'm gonna have to kill some of you. Okay, moving on. After killing the chickens, I went inside to cook their raw meat into something that would taste better. After eating the cooked chicken, I grew to a full-sized herobrine. Whoa, I have 20 hearts now. On days 4 and 5, the player I saw earlier showed up at my base, but this time, I was ready for a fight.
I knew I saw someone out there!
I braced for impact for her attacks, but I just teleported out of the way before she hit me.
Rumors are true! He does have teleportation powers!
I can do a lot more than that.
Oh gosh! No! The myths are all true!
I was surprised that I teleported again without meaning to. I tried to replicate it, but it wasn't very successful. Oops! Sorry about that. I destroyed all the leaves in the area. With all the leaves in the forest suddenly gone, I could see some skeletons and zombies that had been hiding under the trees. Let me guess, you guys are gonna be mean to me too. I fought them off, but that didn't trigger my teleporting ability either. Once I killed them all, I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Huh? Guess I'm seeing things. Better go. Ah! It was a pig with glowing eyes, just like me. No, I just got spooked. The pig froze in place, and I realized he was actually forced to obey my commands. It was another new ability I had no idea how to control. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, little guy. You can move now, and I promise I'll never control your actions ever again. Well, friends trust each other, right? You want to be friends? Thanks, man. I'd love the company. Hey, what's your name? That's kind of hard to pronounce. How about Hannibal? It was a good day. My new friend and I headed back home together. For days 6 through 8, I extended the base to make a room for Hannibal, and I wanted the base to look like a haunted mansion. So I started turning cobblestone to regular stone, and later I will turn them into mossy stone bricks to make them look more spooky. I like the start of it so far. Oh, Hannibal. I needed some iron, so I continued the strip mine near the base, and eventually I made it to a cave system. Look at all this iron and coal. While exploring the cave, I ran into some cave spiders. I was able to overpower those spiders, killing them both. However, their poison took away my extra hearts. I picked up the string the spiders dropped to make a bow, and then dug up gravel to find flint for some arrows. Now I'm ready for some ranged fighting. While I was still in the cave, I had the sudden urge to dig out 2x2 tunnels all throughout the cave. I guess to leave my mark, so that everyone knows Herobrine was here. By days 9 and 10, I had lost track of time, so I decided to head back to the base. Man, flying makes this a whole lot easier. I used the iron I mined to craft some iron tools, a helmet, and some boots. But just as I finished, I heard a knock at the door. Who could it be at this hour? To my surprise, it was Steve. Steve, what are you doing here?
I have been contracted by Mojang to delete you from this game.
Delete me from the game? What are you talking about? Without any words, he sprung into action and attacked me. I tried my best to defend myself. I flew above him and was able to get a lot of sneak attacks. I held out long enough for Steve to call off the fight.
Mark my words, after I get a few mods from Jeb, you're finished. Time to brush up on my Swedish.
Steve was hired by Mojang to delete me? But why? I haven't done anything wrong. I didn't understand what exactly was going on, but I understood that I needed to get stronger and discover how to better use my powers. Maybe I should meditate here on the beach to focus. Suddenly, a sand pyramid appeared in front of me in the water. Where did this come from? Did I do that? Now I had more questions about my powers and what all I could do. On days 11 through 13, I traveled to a jungle to collect some more materials for my base. But as I walked, I couldn't help but feeling I was being watched.
Hey, where you think you're going, freak? Stop being such a wuss and face me like a man.
Another player? Why won't you just leave me alone? I started running faster than my normal sprinting speed, and eventually I lost him. I'm learning about herobrine abilities every day. Thanks to my burst of speed, I reached the jungle faster than I expected to. I met a tiger at the tree line who was guarding her territory. I wonder how you're gonna stop me from just running past you. I took off, expecting to outrun her, but it didn't work. I had to fight her to gain entry to the jungle. She was fast, so I had to use all my cunning to overcome her. I did it! With the tiger defeated, I was able to freely explore the jungle, so I sheared some vines while I was there. As I was exploring the jungle, I discovered a hidden temple. I broke all the traps and took the treasure. It was some gold, as well as collected up some of the mossy cobblestone to use for the base. With the spoils gathered over the past 2 days, I began my journey back home. From days 14 to 17, I traveled back home, but I ran into the same player from earlier.
I gotcha now.
What do you want with me? Why are you people chasing me?
This is like a game to us. Everyone's trying to catch Herobrine on their stream.
Wait, this is live?
Yeah, I got like 4 followers. What do you...
I could feel the power flowing through me as I made the streamer disappear. What just happened? Where did they go? I couldn't focus on it too much. I was feeling too tired, so I gathered some sheep from a village to get wool. Hey, would you mind coming back to my base? I'm going to use the sheep to make carpet for the mansion, and I dyed them blue and dark blue to get started on the Herobrine statue. Y'all are so colorful. You're welcome? I went back to the mines to find more iron, and then finally crafted an entire set of iron armor. All this excitement sure has made me sleepy. I went to bed for the night, happy with all the work I have done so far. But for day 18, I went into a deep sleep and dreamed that I was visited by Notch.
Herobrine, you should not exist. You are just a fan-made creepypasta, nothing more.
But I do exist, and I'm growing more powerful every day.
This worries me. You are not supposed to be in the files, and I can't get rid of you. I am scared of what you may become, but I have no power here anymore.
Now that Microsoft owns Minecraft?
Don't remind me.
He tells me that I should be careful, and that Steve will stop at nothing to have me deleted, since he has direct orders from Bill Gates himself.
I will remain neutral in this conflict, for I think it is funny that you exist, but it may be for the best that you are deleted. Good luck, Bronzo, or Herobrine, I don't know what to call you.
The dream then faded away, and I was more determined to stay alive than ever. I must harness all of my power if I want to continue being in the game. On days 20 through 23, my base was being attacked by creepers. Aw, man, I have to keep them away from the base. I led the creepers away and into an area that I didn't mind getting blown up too much. Take that, and that. Eat arrow! In the leafless forest, there were so many creepers. One by one, I took them down. With the creepers slain, I collected the gunpowder they dropped. Hey, this gives me an idea. I went to the beach and collected some sand, which I combined with the gunpowder to craft TNT. I went back to the mines and gathered more redstone, and I ran into some spiders as well. Oh, can't let this go to waste. I fought off the spiders, and all of a sudden, my extra hearts came back. Yes! Awesome! I can feel the power flowing through me! I set all sorts of traps around the area of the base, using the string and redstone to make arrow traps, as well as a TNT trap with a pressure plate. Now let's see if any of these actually work. I searched for any player in the area, and when I found one, I let them chase me through the forest.
Hey, get back here!
I also set off one of my own traps to confuse them and make them fall for the other one. What's this? Yes! They actually exploded! Look at them die! On days 24 through 28, I heard something outside my base. Ugh, it must be one of those players again. Wait, Steve? I watched him as he disassembled one of my traps. I couldn't stand for this. I readied myself for battle. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, hey there. You might want to be careful. I've gotten a bit stronger since we last met.
Suddenly, Steve transformed into a monstrosity I'd never seen before.
What do you think? I'm Blaze Steve now.
I dodged his fireballs by teleporting while slowly wearing him down with my sword. He was definitely stronger than before, but still not enough to defeat me.
Fine. I'll get even stronger than I am now. I'll kill you one day, herobrine. Mark my words.
My name's actually Bronzo. Nah, whatever. I needed some more arrows after the fight, so I headed over to my chicken enclosure to get some more feathers. All right, guys, who's going first? Whoa! Your eyes are glowing too! I felt such a connection with this sweet little chicken that I couldn't kill him, no matter how badly I needed arrows. His friends with regular eyes, however, sorry boys, I need feathers. I also tended to the sheep, shearing and feeding them so there would be plenty of colorful lambs. On days 29 through 33, Hannibal and I continued expanding the base, decorating it to look more like a mansion, replacing wood with stone bricks and using dark oak. It might be wishful thinking, but what if I find more creatures with eyes like mine? I gotta have rooms in case they want to move in with me. I was proud of my work, but I wasn't done yet. If Steve was going to make good on his word and come back stronger to fight me, I needed to be ready. So I went mining for diamonds. I found enough to make a sword and a pickaxe. Oh yeah, strong enough tools to take down Steve and obsidian. When I emerged from the cave, I was surprised by another player. Stay back. They attacked me. My fists turned red and I punched them, somehow setting the player on fire. I felt bad for hurting them, but I was also a little proud that I discovered another hidden power. How many more did I have? Also, I ended up killing the player. I am Herobrine, whatever. I felt bad hurting them, but I needed to get rid of them. But I was also a little proud of what I discovered. On days 34 through 37, I wanted to search for more answers, which meant leaving the base unguarded for a while. Hey Hannibal, can you take care of things while I'm gone? Well, you can subscribe to the channel with notifications on. We just passed 850,000 subscribers, and I'd love to get to 1 million. Thanks, buddy. Off I went, but I wasn't sure exactly what I needed to do or where I needed to go. I tried testing my powers, but all I could manage to do was fly. At least the view's pretty. I ran into some Endermen, which I fought, hoping it would awaken my powers. Come on, fire punch, teleport. Why can't I do anything? After killing all the Endermen, I decided to meditate. While I was relaxing, I suddenly turned all the dirt around me into stone. Well, that's weird. I guess I can manipulate blocks while I meditate, and fly whenever I want, but I have to be near players to use my other powers. To test my theory, I searched for anything that resembled a player's base. Eventually, I found one, and it was pretty cute. Aw, they must have good taste. Let's see what kinds of valuables they have. Ooh, a bucket of water, lots of fish. What's this? A diamond helmet with thorns too? Score! I waited around in case a player came back home, but they were taking a while. So as I was about to leave, the player walked in, and I suddenly teleported teleported all the way back to my base. What the? How did I do that? On days 38 through 40, I felt like the area surrounded my base needed a little sprucing up. Once I cleaned out an area near the beach, I began working on the herobrine statue. I figured I'd start from the ground up this time and just make a general framework to come back to later, starting with the legs, which were pretty easy because they're just blue jeans. I knew these giant legs would attract attention. I better make some traps around here so no one tries to grief it while I'm gone. After setting up some traps, I went back home, but on the way there, I ran into a wolf. Whoa! The wolf stared at me for a very long time. Nice doggy. In an instant, the wolf's eyes began to glow. What? I didn't even mean to do it this time. Come with me, I guess. I made a doghouse for my new friend. What should I call you? Oh, I know. I'll call you Cerebus. For days 41 to 43, Steve came back ready to fight.
This time I'm gonna harness the power of one of the strongest mobs in the game.
Steve turned into a Steve Golem.
How do you like me now?
Dang, you hit hard! I noticed that he still attacked like a golem though, so I towered up 3 blocks and hit him from above. You can't outsmart Bronzo. I hit Steve enough that he finally yielded.
This isn't the end, Herobrine. I'm gonna get more powerful.
Sure you are. I knew Steve was gonna get stronger, so I needed to get some more protection. So I went mining for diamonds again. Finally! This takes forever to find. I headed back home and made a diamond axe and diamond leggings. This will help for now. I wanted to continue practicing my powers, so for days 44 through 49, I went searching for more players. This looks like a place a player would live. I started looting the base, taking all their food and riches. Is that a bow with multi-shot? Oh yeah, it is! Just then, the streamer who owns this base showed up, and I teleported to another room.
Wait, where'd he go? Give me back my stuff!
They opened up the door to the room I was in. Boo! I continued teleporting from room to room, messing with the streamer, until they started shooting fire arrows at me. Are you so dumb to think I can't dodge arrows?
You hear that, chat? This guy called me stupid!
Somehow, I then turned all the wool blocks into TNT, and as soon as he was about to fire the fire arrow, I teleported out of the base to watch the place blow up! What a sight to behold! On days 50 to 53, I thought it was about time to hone in on my powers and abilities. The first thing on the docket was the teleportation. If I could get the hang of that, the remaining half of this challenge will be turbocharged. This should be a good spot to practice. I took a deep breath and focused on being at my base. When I opened my eyes, I was standing next to my bed. I didn't have much time to celebrate though, because I heard this horrible squealing noise from out back. Hannibal? Oh no, Hannibal! My pig was being attacked by another player. They must have slipped in while I was gone.
Oh my gosh! What's happening?
It appears as though the other infected animals have a fraction of my powers. It was time I tested this out, so I took my chicken friend over to the woods. Go on, just do your thing. It took a while, but the chicken focused its energy and made all the trees disappear in the area. Whoa, you're crazy, just like me. While journeying home, I discovered that Cerebus, my dog, could teleport to my side if he gets too far away. Amazing. Oh wait, all dogs do that. Oh yeah. On days 54 through 58, I went out searching for more animals who had similar powers to me. When I was out on a prairie, I met an infected horse. Hey there, I feel like there's a connection between us. Do you feel it too? Well, too bad. I'm gonna make you love me. The horse threw me on the ground over and over, but eventually I tamed the beast. Haha! I told you you'd be mine. I rode the horse home and built him a nice stable next to the doghouse. What do you think? This is way better than that random field I found you in. After the horse got settled in, I built the shirt part of the statue. It didn't look quite right yet, but adding more colors would help a lot later on. After that, I tried to train my teleporting abilities more without having any players around. All right, envision the base. Envision the base. Suddenly, I appeared back at the base. Whoa, I did it! I could do anything! Then I teleported back to the player's base that exploded earlier and found him still alive.
What the?
Oh, okay. Yikes. That guy's not happy. For the days of 59 to 62, I continued decorating the base. I placed down carpeting, as well as more mossy stone and dark oak planks to make a new room underneath the base, which is going to be my new library, as well as brewing area. So I placed down some barrels and furnaces just in case. Next, I just need some books. So I traveled to a village and started stealing all of their books. Don't mind if I do. I then got to work on making my library look like an enchanting room. Now it just needs an enchanting table. I went mining for some diamonds, lapis, and I mined up a lot of obsidian. You'll never know when you need this. I got back to the base and used the diamonds I mined to finish up my diamond armor set, as well as made an enchanting table. Now to make my stuff magical. I placed down the table and got to work, mostly getting protection and thorns for the armor, knockback and unbreaking for some of my tools. Yes! Experience boost on my axe. Great. Awesome. Love that. After all of that, I stepped outside, and there was Steve waiting for me in the field again.
This time, you're going down!
He then turned into a ghast Steve. These just get weirder and weirder. I dodged some of his fireballs. He was getting a bit stronger now, but he acted like I'd never fought a ghast before. You realize I can fly too.
Oh, dang it! Stop hitting me! Stop hitting me!
Finally, Steve gave up and flew away. Yeah, you better run. On days 63 to 66, I wanted to make potions, but didn't really know how. After a little bit of research, I learned that you need blaze rods and powder to really get brewing. I grabbed some of the extra obsidian I had laying around and built myself a nether portal. Once the frame was finished, I was a little nervous. The nether is super dangerous and could easily end the challenge right here. Okay, Bronzo, you can do this. Let's go! I lit the portal up with flint and steel and hopped in, but nothing happened. It didn't work. Hannibal told me that because I was herobrine, I was incapable of traveling to the nether. Are you sure? I was going to have to find another way to get these items. So I searched for a witch's hut, and when I found one, I threatened to delete the witch from the game if she didn't give me the blaze rods.
Well, you're welcome to try, little man.
Why you? I tried using my powers on her, focusing all my energy into it, but nothing happened. And then she just laughed at me again.
You know what, little man? That little display of impotence right there made my day. I haven't laughed like that in years. Here, I'll just take them. I'm not using them right now.
I took the blaze rods, not really knowing how to feel about what just happened. She also handed me nether wart. Thanks for the help, lady. I guess. On days 67 through 70, I got back home and crafted 2 brewing stands. Time to brew some potions. I started with simpler potions, like fire resistance and potion of strength. While I waited for them to finish brewing, I headed to the Badlands to get some terracotta for the herobrine statue. All right, here we are. Oh no, gotta battle these things. While I was searching, I ran into some husks, and I decided to take the opportunity to train in fighting. You guys aren't a challenge at all. Take these arrows. I love having multi-shot. I finished them off, and then started gathering the terracotta. These colors could work for my head. Too bad there aren't blues and purples for my clothes. I took my materials back home, and when I arrived, I saw that my potions finished brewing. All right, now I can use these in my fights to stay safe from fire and grow my strength. For days 71 through 74, I used the terracotta I gathered to build the head and the arms of the herobrine statue. This took a long time, but it's a good thing Hannibal and I can float. It's almost complete now. I just need a few more colors. Afterward, I meditated on the top of the statue, but my concentration was broken by a voice approaching the base.
Aha! I found it!
Ugh, not this guy again. I teleported down to keep him from ruining my base, and maybe scare him a bit too so he doesn't come back. You shouldn't be here. I then teleported us both high into the air and watched the player fall to his death. My powers grew even more. I turned day into night, and just then grew an extra row of hearts. Soon, I will be all-powerful! From days 75 to 78, I remembered that the witch knew about my power and wanted to learn more from her. I traveled to her hut, but she wasn't home. Hello, witch, you here? I came all the way here for nothing. I headed back home, but I heard a commotion coming from a village on the way, so I stopped to see what was happening. Huh? Why is everything on fire? There was an infected villager who was flying around and setting the whole village on fire. The villagers ran from house to house, terrified of him. Hey, it's okay. Look, I'm just like you, so you can trust me. I don't know, but I found other creatures who are infected too. If you come with me, you can meet them. Nobody's mean to us at the mansion. We just hide out in the forest together. Eventually, the villager calmed down and agreed to come with me, so we headed home together. Sorry about all the fire, guys. Once we arrived, I built a room for my new guest and filled it with things to make him feel at home. Don't sweat it. We're all family here. Between days 79 and 84, Steve showed up at my base again. He claimed that he would definitely be able to take me down this time, and he transformed into a Wither Steve.
This time, you're going down.
I've got more tricks up my sleeve than you know, Steve. I drank my potion of strength and readied my sword. When Steve attacked me, Hannibal rushed to my side to help me fight him off. The potion made my attacks more than twice as strong as they were before. You'll never defeat me, Steve. No amount of training is going to overpower me and my friends. Steve surrendered, but his pride had taken a few hits during the battle.
How can someone like you defeat me? I was programmed by the greatest creator of all time!
Before Steve left, he said he had one final plan to finish me once and for all. I'm not too worried. Are you, Hannibal? Hannibal and I cleaned up the statue, repairing any damage from the fight. After that, I planted a carrot farm for him, since he'd just been foraging for food this whole time. When I was done, a hungry rabbit came out of the woods, sniffing the carrots. Hey, those are for my friends. But here, you can have one, but leave the rest alone. The rabbit took the carrot I gave him, and then also became infected. Whoops. I guess you're one of us now. I wanted to continue on the statue for days 85 through 89, but I had no idea what to do for the eyes.
I have an idea.
Oh my gosh, where did you come from?
It doesn't matter. You should use sea lanterns to make the eyes glow like yours.
That's a great idea.
I know, I came up with it.
While I had the witch with me, I asked if she knew how I could get stronger and control my powers better, but she told me that she only knows magic, and my powers come from a virus in the coding of the game.
So, yeah, I have no idea how to train you. Sorry, but I do have these.
She gave me snorkels. These will help me breathe underwater while I'm fighting the Elder Guardians.
You'll also need a lot of milk, and I mean a lot.
So I set off to find a village and milked as many cows as I could find, except for one. You also have glowing eyes. You should live with me at my base, with all the other infected animals. The cow then teleported away. I guess he already knew where to go. Now it was time for me to find this ocean monument. So I got to an ocean, made a boat, and set sail. As I was at sea for days 90 to 93, I realized that I couldn't see the ocean floor while in the boat. So I put on the snorkels and had to swim.
This looks more like floating.
I had to float.
Wait, you can hear me?
Don't think about it too much.
Okay.
Anyway, as I was floating, I ran into some drowned who started attacking me. Take Diamond Sword, you stupid sea monkeys. I took them all down, since I was a lot faster than them. Bronzo always wins. Well, there was that one time. Just continue on with the scene. Finally, after searching so much of the open water, I found an ocean monument. All right, let's get those sea lanterns. As I approached, the Elder Guardian already gave me mining fatigue, so I drank some milk to get rid of it. Can't outsmart me. When I found the Elder, the fight started. I was able to get a few hits in, and then drank more milk. Then hit them some more, repeating this process until I successfully killed all the Elder Guardians. Now time for my treasures. I gathered up the sea lanterns, sponges, and the gold blocks. Now with all these riches, it was time to head back home. On days 94 through 96, I expanded the base's storage by adding a treasure room filled with my new loot from the monument. Man, I'm glad I made this extra room, otherwise I'd have nowhere else to put this stuff. When that was finished, I put sea lanterns on the eyes of the statue to make them glow. Looking at it made me feel so powerful. I wanted to make the ultimate weapon. What kind of weapon would only be worthy of being held by herobrine? I was struck by inspiration and headed to my mine, digging down as deep as I could. Bingo! Time to get some bedrock for the most epic sword ever! I managed to dig up 2 blocks and crafted it into a sword. All I needed was a player to test it on, so I teleported one to me.
Whoa, where am I? Wait, is that sword made of
bedrock? That's right. Welcome to the last fight of your life. He would have put up a decent fight if he was fighting any ordinary player, but against me, he didn't stand a chance. My sword cut right through his armor and killed him.
Yeah, I'm unstoppable!
By days 97 and 98, it was time to finish the statue. I went in and added little details for texture and clothing folds, blocks like concrete powder, terracotta, and other types of wool, as well as a few other things to try to match the colors as closely as possible. I really like the way it turned out, and I hope everyone watching does too. I was admiring the statue when Alex showed up. Alex, what are you doing here?
Trust me, I don't like this any more than you do. It's about Steve.
She told me that Steve had gone off the deep end. Defeating Herobrine has been the only thing that he can think about.
When he came back home after your previous fight, he was furious. When I woke up the next morning, he was gone. This was all that was left behind.
She handed me a map to where Steve wants to do the final battle. Why are you giving this to me?
Because you're the only one powerful enough to stop him. Please, do this before he hurts himself.
It was time to go face Steve. I said goodbye to all my friends at the base. I also told them to like the video, as well as subscribe to the channel if they haven't already, and comment what mob I should be for my next 100-day challenge. And with that, Hannibal and I set off to find Steve. On day 99, I ran into the witch again.
Bronzo! I'm so glad I found you! The guards of Steve's fighting area are very strong and not ones to mess around with. Here, take this potion. It'll heal you when the time comes.
She gave me a potion of regeneration and one for Hannibal. Thank you. These will aid us in the battle.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
We continued our search, and we finally found the arena. But the witch wasn't lying. There was this huge pink Steve being ridden by a smaller pink Steve, guarding the place. You ready, Hannibal? We rushed in. I took the big guy, while Hannibal flew around attacking the strange little men running around. We can do this, Hannibal. We are a team. We fought hard, and they had great defense, as well as an army of weird-looking Steves. The big Steve had strong attacks, but we were able to defeat both of the pink Steves. Now, the moment we've been waiting for. Now it was day 100. Hannibal and I entered the fighting arena.
You think you can stop me? Well, say hello to my little friend!
Steve pulled out a bazooka that shot out other Steves. He's gone mad! Quick, kill the clones! I took the ones on the left, while Hannibal took the clones on the right. Together, we were able to take them all out, using our fire punches and amazing evasion skills.
You think that's my only trick? Get a load of this!
Steve then turned into a monstrous Steve and wasted no time on attacking me. How are we supposed to battle this thing? You're right. Hey-ya! The giant pile of Steves had great punches, explosions, and would spawn out little mini Steves. I had to use my healing potion to keep up, but after a long battle that seemed evenly matched, we were surprised by the entrance of another.
Stop!
Jason Martinson, the CEO of Mojang? What are you doing here?
I have had enough.
He then waved his hand, and I started to disappear. No! I don't want to go! Wait, I'm alive! Where am I? Is this another server? Yes!